like, you know, you're wasting my time. And you're not valuing the time that we set to have together. Sisters are amazing, and I love them so much. And the great thing about family is that you can have disagreements, but at the end of the day, you always come back to the core.
All right, let's dive into this whirlwind of Braxton family drama, y'all. If you thought season 1 of their reality series was packed with tears, laughter, and outright chaos, just wait until you hear what's been brewing behind the scenes for season 2. It's messy, it's jaw-dropping, and it's got everyone talking. Buckle up, because we're going all in.
But, you know, I think ultimately, you know, our kids want to see us happy.
So here's the tea. Word on the street is that the producers for the Braxton show are ready to throw in the towel. Why? Because the sisters just can't seem to get along, and the drama is spilling over into production like an overfilled cup of tea. Things reportedly got so bad during filming that the cameras had to stop rolling altogether after a massive heated argument broke out between Tamar and her sisters. Now, we know Tamar claims she wasn't going to be part of the show anymore, but let's be real, she's still smack dab in the middle of everything. Her presence is as undeniable as her personality. Let's rewind a little. Remember last season when everything seemed to be hanging by a thread? Well, apparently that thread is snapped. Reports are saying that during filming, Toni Braxton had enough of the family squabbles and walked off the set. Can you blame her? According to sources, she reminded her sisters about the promise they made to their late sister to keep the peace. But instead of honoring that, things have only spiraled further out of control. We promised her we'd get along, Toni reportedly said, yet here we are, worse than before. Ooh, you can feel the weight of that statement.
Yeah, you know, Tracy, I'm a rain girl. I love when it rains, but my sister Tracy, she loves when it snows, and she that morning when it was actually pouring down snow in Virginia.
Now, one of the big triggers for all this chaos seems to be the addition of their niece Ashley to the show. And let us tell you, she's not just bringing new energy to the mix, she's bringing receipts, and they've got everyone in their feelings. Ashley has been spilling some serious family tea, particularly about her aunt's ex-husband, Gabe. Apparently, Ashley's been sharing some unsettling allegations about Gabe's behavior years ago, and let's just say Trina isn't thrilled about it. The word is that Trina flat out refused to film a scene with Ashley where they were supposed to address the situation. She even threatened to walk off the show entirely, saying, "This isn't my story to tell, and honestly, we can all agree this is getting messy." To add fuel to the fire, there's been a lot of tension over who's getting paid what for the show. Sources are saying that Tamar and Toni are pulling in the biggest paychecks, and some of the other sisters aren't too happy about it. Money can complicate any relationship, but in the Braxton family, it seems to be creating a full-blown storm. Can you imagine working together, airing out all your personal drama on national television, and then fighting over who's getting the bigger slice of the pie? It's a recipe for disaster.
Well, is there a conversation after we find out? There's no conversation.
No conversation.
Yeah.
But wait, there's more. Towanda Braxton has been dropping hints on social media that she's cutting ties with certain family members. She posted a cryptic message that said, "To everyone who has distanced themselves from me, kindly stay there." And if you've been following the show, you already know this is likely directed at Tamar. Their relationship has been rocky for a while now, and it seems like things are only getting worse. During a grief counseling session featured in season 1, the tension between them was palpable. Tamar accused Towanda of not putting in the effort to maintain their bond, while Towanda clapped back, saying she's focused on her household and doesn't have the energy for drama. And can we talk about the premiere party for Tamar and Evelyn's cooking show? None of the sisters showed up, y'all. Not even to support their mom. Apparently, there was another blowout argument just days before the event, and it was enough to keep them all away. Tamar thought it was real shady, especially since she and her mom were trying to create something positive.
Look, Kevin, how is he doing? You know, I'm worried about him, and I know he's going through a lot. I don't know.
Speaking of Evelyn, some fans are starting to wonder if she might be the root of the family's dysfunction. There's a theory floating around that the sisters are taking out their frustrations on each other because they're too afraid to confront their mom. Evelyn has always been a strong presence in their lives, and some people are saying that unresolved issues with her might be at the heart of all this turmoil. To make things juicier, Evelyn is reportedly writing a book about her marriage to Michael Braxton Sr., detailing the infidelity that rocked their family decades ago. If that book ever sees the light of day, you already know it's going to stir up even more drama. Now, let's circle back to Ashley, because her story is really shaking things up. In a series of TikTok videos, she opened up about something that happened when she was 16 years old. She claims one of her aunt's partners had inappropriate interactions with her, and that the aunt initially supported her, but later flipped the script. Ashley says she's been dealing with the emotional fallout ever since, and she's not staying silent anymore. Fans have been trying to piece together who she's talking about, and many believe it's Gabe, Trina's ex-husband. Ashley hasn't named names outright, but she's hinted enough to get people talking.
It's just not something I will do. I'll speak the truth. And here's the truth. I've been a victim of domestic violence.
What's really wild is how the sisters seem to be divided on whether Ashley should even be part of the show. Tamar, for instance, has shown strong support for her niece, emphasizing that Ashley is family and has every right to share her story. On the other hand, Trina has reportedly made it clear that she wants no involvement in this situation. According to insiders, Trina feels caught off guard by Ashley's inclusion in the show, especially since it brings her ex back into the public eye. She has allegedly expressed frustration, questioning why these past events are being brought up again. It's evident that the situation is stirring up unresolved issues that at least some members of the family would prefer to leave in the past. And let's not forget about Towanda, who seems to be caught in the middle of it all. While she hasn't taken a hard stance on Ashley's presence, her cryptic social media posts suggest she's distancing herself from the drama. But here's the kicker. Towanda's wedding is supposed to be the central storyline for season 2, and how do you focus on celebrating love and unity when the family is falling apart at the seams? Some fans even speculate that Towanda's wedding might not even make it to air if the sisters can't find common ground. At this point, the show feels more like a therapy session gone wrong than a celebration of family, one insider said.
What's the matter of this, y'all? Bright lights and benefits, man. You got boyfriends coming in the picture, coordinating something like this that should have happened decades ago.
Adding even more layers to the drama, the Braxtons' brother Michael Jr. has been noticeably quiet about everything. As Ashley's father, you'd think he'd have more to say, especially since the allegations directly involve his daughter. But according to sources, he's staying out of the spotlight to avoid adding fuel to the fire. Michael is all about protecting Ashley, but he knows anything he says could escalate the situation, a close friend shared. Still, fans are wondering if his silence is doing more harm than good. Some believe that if Michael stepped up and publicly supported Ashley, it could encourage the family to finally address these lingering issues head on. What's even more shocking is the family's reaction, or lack thereof. Ashley says no one has truly addressed the situation, and some family members even appear to be brushing it under the rug. Everyone's still breaking bread with him like nothing happened, she said. That's a tough pill to swallow, especially when you're trying to heal from something so personal.
Everybody, first and foremost, for just celebrating with us. You know, Traci was my everything. She was my
Fans have been weighing in heavily on this, and opinions are divided. One comment read, "Deceased or not, Gabe was wrong, and the niece should be able to speak her truth and be able to be around her family." Another fan recalled a moment from years ago when Toni allegedly said that if they weren't sisters, she wouldn't be friends with any of them. That sentiment seems more relevant now than ever. On top of all this, Tamar and Evelyn's cooking show has been a bright spot in the middle of the chaos. In interviews, Tamar has talked about how cooking with her mom has helped heal their relationship. It's about more than food, she said. It's about respect, love, and understanding. This show is full of laughter, heartfelt conversations, and of course, delicious recipes. But even this positive project has been overshadowed by the family's ongoing drama.
Yes.
Oh my God. I love you, Tamar. Tamar, will you marry me?
So where does this leave the Braxtons? Season 2 of their reality series is supposed to focus on Towanda's wedding and the sisters reconnecting, but with filming on pause, it's unclear if they'll even make it to the finish line. The producers are reportedly fed up, and some fans are starting to suggest that maybe it's time for the sisters to step away from the cameras and focus on mending their relationships in private. But let's be real, would the Braxtons even be the Braxtons without the drama? Now it's your turn to weigh in. Do you think the show should go on, or is it time for the sisters to call it quits? And what about Ashley's allegations? Should the family be doing more to support her? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because this is one discussion that's far from over. Until next time, stay tuned, stay curious, and stay messy.